Good morning, Vapor Trails family. This is a video we're going to do by request for our team member Tony. We are going to be installing 3-piece cranks on a mid-school BMX bike. Now, if my assistant would kindly come in and shoot this bottom bracket, you'll notice this bottom bracket is an American bottom bracket. It's a lot bigger around, bigger cups. So we got everything greased up. Just pressed in the cups a little bit by hand evenly. And we're going to do the first part of the install with our handy dandy bottom bracket tool. This will work for a headset too. You can get this on Amazon. Not too expensive. Okay. We're going to slide this through. We're going to slide the other side through. And we're going to spin it together. All right, now when we start to get just a little tension on this, as my other cup came out, of course. Okay. We're going to make sure those cups are seated on there evenly, so we're pushing this in evenly. We're just going to start pressing our cups in. Sometimes you're going to need a wrench to hold that side. So far, so good that we don't. Just press those in like so. Once we get these in, that is the hardest part of our install. We don't do it the old way anymore with a hammer and a block of wood. We do it the right way. We get the right tools. So we got those cups pressed in, like so. And the key to this is using a lot of grease. That won't be the first thing I drop. That won't be the first thing I drop today. Hashtag AOT Army. And while we're setting up the next step, if my lovely assistant would get a shot of our banner here, give a shout out to AOT Racing, www.aotracing.com. Tons and tons of great jerseys, pants, hats, backpacks, canopies, banners. I want to call it a flag.
It's not a flag.
Stuff like that. So, okay, now we got our cups in. Now we are doing kind of like an old to mid-school installation here, and you may be saying to yourself, what's the difference? I'm new to the sport. I hear 2-piece cranks, I hear 3-piece cranks. Very simple.
Which one?
2-piece cranks. Spindle pressed into the crank arm. 1 piece, 2-piece. 2-piece cranks. Very easy.
1, 2.
You know, I kind of went through this on another video, but it seems appropriate again. 3-piece cranks. 1, 2, and then your spindle.
1, 2, 3.
These are the classic Redline Flight hollow forged 4130 chromoly cranks, standard in the industry for decades. These cranks are a little heavier, but they will take any abuse.
Abuse.
That you can dig out. Just ignore the things you hear. Okay, so we're gonna line up this spindle in our crank arm. You can probably come in closer.
I've got zoom function.
Okay. Now this is the way I like to do it. Everybody's probably got their personal preferences, but we have our spindle bolt here. We're going to get the triangle. Okay. We're going to spin that till it goes in tight. Seat our crank arm against it. And we're going to put on our spider. Okay. Now, this is what two-piece cranks don't have because the spindle is pressed in. You don't have your bolt that goes into your drive side arm. This is very, very, very old school. Okay. So I don't know if you can see that, but we're going to get that started. You know what? We're going to do this with a little bit more modern tool. If you go to my rack of goodies here, everybody pick yourself up one of these ratchet with the hex headsets. Save you a lot of time. Okay, so we have our bolt tight, this flush against here. What we're going to do right now is we're just going to grease the inside of our bearings, but we're going to slide our crank in there. Now, if you will notice, this bolt right here is hitting the inside of our bearing. So what we have to do is put in a spacer.
I don't think we saw that well. Can you use that again?
Okay. This bolt right here for your spider, you can hear it. It's grinding against the bearing cup.
Okay, we see now. Thank you.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to take one of these spacers, slide it on as it falls off. I don't have the fancy spacers because I gave them all to Tony. And that's giving us our space. We should have enough for whatever gear you put on for it to clear the chainstay. And we have one side done. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it off just for ease of filming. We're going to throw this around. In case anybody's wondering, this is a 1998 Huffy Primus. There was a time when Huffy made some really good high-end bikes. The last race this saw was the 1999 NBL Grands. Okay.
I want to make a mention about the stand.
Oh, what, the park tool stand that somebody